Let me say this loud and clear. And I know I'm not going to reach the busybodies of the world. I know I'm not going to reach the no-lifers of the world. I'm not going to reach you people. You people are just going to, you people have no life. You guys want to look for any excuse to try and play hero or something like that. But I'm going to reach those who think logically, reasonably, and sensibly, not emotionally. When there is an Amber Alert in the area, the government having the ability to make your phone ring at 3 a.m. in the morning when people are trying to sleep and who have to go to work tomorrow, when people who actually have to go to work make money and pay the taxes that you demand that we take. Warning of this, when they can do nothing about it in their bed at 3 a.m. is the wrong way to go about this. Now, what happens is, I guess the police or the government has the ability now. I don't know if it's all across Canada or just Ontario or what. But they have the ability to make your phone ring and warn you of some child missing or something in your area. Now, I remember once upon a time, Amber Alerts were issued on the highways, on signs on the electronic signs on the highways, or electronic signs on the road, which made sense because that way you're reaching people who are driving around on the road, on the freeway, wherever. You're reaching people who can actually do something about it. They're up. They can do something. When you make a phone ring, especially at 3 a.m., I mean, hardly anybody, most people are going to be asleep, going to work. What am I, so that's what happened with my phone. My phone just blared in the middle of the night. I'm in my bed and I look at this message, I say, what am I supposed to do about this? Children, I mean, what do you want me to do? There's nothing I can do. It says be on the lookout for this. Be on the lookout. I'm in my room. And on top of that, my house is in a neighborhood. I'm not nowhere out in society right now. I'm sleeping with my boxers on and no shirt. What am I supposed to do? Go out there and go? No. Have the Amber Alerts on the freeway. Have them on the roads. Do all that stuff. There's nothing. The government having the ability to do this to people is counterproductive, folks. Listen to me. The government is way, way too intrusive. It's become a nanny state now. I mean, for them now to have the ability to do this is counterproductive, guys. I mean, you don't know what people are doing with when they have their phones right now, and you do it at night. And to make matters even worse, the Amber Alert was issued by the police hours before they actually sent it out on people's phones. So it was like maybe 11 o'clock or something like that, or I think even earlier than that. I think it was maybe 3 p.m. So why now are you sending out this Amber Alert in the middle of the night? And I say to myself, I don't know if this is the government treating us like guinea pigs, or they're trying to condition us to accept more and more intrusion. The government is conditioning us to accept more and more intrusion. They don't care about children because they know the most effective way to find a child that is missing or has gone missing or is abducted is what I've suggested. Having electronic signs on the freeway saying, this child is missing, yada, 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 last seen this time, the suspect is this, the car license plate is this. Have that on the freeway, on the roads, have electronic signs at rest stop areas, truck stop areas, gas stations, have the police have electronic signs in every gas station, on every freeway, every few miles, every truck stop, all the roadways, and then light them up when it's time to issue an Amber Alert in the area. Don't do that on people's phones, because especially at 3 a.m. Because most people at 3 a.m. are going to be asleep with their phone off. Now, I always have my phone on because you never know, like, I just have to have my phone on because I don't know if my alarm won't go off. You know, my phone can be very finicky, you know. I like to have my phone on in case of anything. In case of anything. Not, and I say emergencies, not emergencies that I can't do anything about. Because a child gone missing in the middle of this huge city, the greater Toronto area, what can I do? Now, I mean, if somebody calls me saying, like, you know, my father has gone into the hospital or my mother's in hospital or something, I mean, I can do something about that. I can go to the hospital in the middle of the night. I can do that. But you giving me a description saying a child has been missing in this huge city of Toronto. What the hell am I supposed to do when I have to go to work? I mean, okay, I can now. Let's think about this here. Let's say I'm one of those busybodies who are going to cuss me out now in the comments section, and I now say, "Oh my God, a child is missing. Let me go put on my robes and everything. Let me go out, drive around the city of Toronto, look for this child." And I go. I don't find the child, so I give up and go home. And now it's time for me to go to work. I go to my boss and say, "Oh, you know," the boss says, "Why are you late? Or why are you not functioning properly?" I didn't get enough sleep because I saw an Amber Alert, so I went out go looking for the child all over Toronto. He's going to look at me like a fool. Now, if I get a call saying, you know, my mother is in the hospital or father's in the hospital, I go to the hospital, you know, they'll say, okay, you take the whole day off. But, you know, you guys can't do this to people. You can't. That's not the way to help children. In fact, that makes people resentful. I mean, this Amber Alert system, I've heard of a lot of women who have abused, and this is mostly women, they have abused the system where, you know, they had a kid with a man and they hate the man now, so they're going to find every opportunity to get back at the man. And what happens is that the man loses his children, you know, because the court system's like women now. And, you know, the father, he either forgets the time or he kind of wants to spend a little more time with his little girl or boy because he already overseas, you know, and the mother finds a way to get back at him and embarrass him, so she calls the police and they issue an Amber Alert. That happens all the time. And I do not want to be woken up for some crap like that, you know, for some resentful old woman. Now, this case was a grandfather and and grandkids. I don't know what happened. I mean, you know, this sounds very fishy. The grandfather must have gotten lost or something like that. I'm just thinking, this sounds very fishy. Why couldn't the grandfather have called the parents, the kid's parents, and say, you know, I'm here, you know, send me directions to where I need to go, you know, I'm lost, you know, I mean, a grandfather, I don't know what happened. I still have to watch the news before I head off to work, but a grandfather who has his children and he gets lost, or anybody for that matter who gets lost with children, doesn't know the way back. A sensible person would try and find a phone to call whoever they need to call and get directions to go back. Unless the grandfather got a heart attack or something, you know, I don't know. But the point I'm trying to make is this whole Amber Alert system with people's phones is useless. And I'm speaking for every logical, sensible, reasonable person. It's not that we're selfish. It's not that we hate kids. It's none of that crap that some of you busybodies out there, you crazy people out there. A lot of these people are crazy. You know, if my child went missing, if I had a child and he went missing or she went missing, and your phone, some of you crazy people's phone went off, I would pray to God that you guys didn't find my kids. Because the way you guys are so crazed and chilled and obsessed, I don't know what, y'all probably rape him or something. I know. You know, I'd rather me find the kid. You know, a logical, sensible person who's thinking with his brain, not with his emotions. You know, no. This whole thing is BS, but I think it's a government conspiracy to condition people, to pull at people's heartstrings, to make them accept more and more government intrusion. Okay, so people are accepting the fact that we can blare their phone, we have the ability to blare their phone at the middle of the night to issue an Amber Alert. They accept that. Let's push it a little bit so that they can accept, surveillance interference. Let's push it a little more so they can accept this and this and this. It's a big damn conspiracy, and I'm sick of it. So the next time that happens, I'm not going to cooperate because I think it's a government conspiracy. If I see an Amber Alert issued on a high freeway or in a rest stop, then I'll cooperate. Not on my phone. That's the thing I have to say about this. And this is the Arana Nation.